doing the best I. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. I took a little sabbatical because I've been dealing with the flu lately, and I'm slowly regaining my voice. You guys might be able to hear that I'm a little snick and nasally, but I'm still trying to pump one out for you guys and get a tutorial going. So this is a tutorial for how to play the song with arms outstretched by one of my all-time favorite bands, Rilo, Kiley. Some of you might have never ever heard of them, but trust me, check out their music. It's really cool. So you're gonna need 6 chords in this song. You're gonna need E major. Again, these are all open chords. So E major, F sharp minor, an A chord, a B7 chord, a B chord, and a C sharp minor. So yeah, some of these are bar chords, but they're like, I guess you would call it technically the open chord version. So to start off, E chord. The intro is just gonna be. So to play an E chord, what you're gonna do is have an open low E string. Take your middle finger and put it on the 2nd fret of the A string. Take your ring finger and put it on the 2nd fret of the D string. And take your index finger and put it on the 1st fret of the G string. And you have an open B and an open high E. All together. So for those of you who need a top view, it looks like this. You strum all 6 strings. And a very important note for this song, or aspect of it, is the strumming pattern. So I'm gonna strum it for you guys, and you guys either use YouTube's slow motion playback function, or just, I'm gonna do it slowly, then I'll do it fast. Down, down, up, down, up, 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 down. Fast, it would look like this. And that's relevant to all 6 chords. So what you do is you play that E chord, right? And you add that strum pattern to it. If you have a difficulty with the strum pattern, start off slowly and then slowly increase the tempo. Because a lot of people, especially beginners, have trouble with the upstrokes. So the upstroke, if you have trouble with the strumming pattern, if you can't really do the upstroke, just do that over and over again. Just keep doing upstrokes until it feels that you're hitting all 6 strings. And if you do it slowly, your hand will develop that muscle memory. You'll have like that feeling sensation in your fingers that you're doing it right. So E chord. Then we have our F sharp minor. So to play that, what you're gonna do is you're gonna bar the entire 2nd fret with your index finger. So for those of you, it looks like this. Then you take your ring and pinky and put it on the 4th fret of the A and D string. So A and D with the ring and pinky. And you bar the entire 2nd fret with your index finger. If you can't do it this way with those 3 fingers, what I do is I lean my middle finger and press it against the index finger, because sometimes if I do it this way without pressing it, my middle finger gets in the way of the high E. That's something that I've noticed about myself, but it might be different for you. So I do this. Now that high E is ringing. So it's up to you, it's a preference. If you can't do the full bar, if you're a beginner, a true beginner, then put your ring and pinky on the 4th fret, on the A and the D, but instead of barring the entire 2nd fret, do only do like a mini bar. Press down on the G, B, and high E of the 2nd fret, and then I like to use my thumb to mute the low E string. So I'm gonna play it with the bar, with the proper way to play the chord, and then I'll play the simplified version. So you have your F sharp minor full. Simplified. A third way to play it is you put your thumb, if you have big enough hands, put your thumb over the low E on the 2nd fret. That way you're playing the full chord, but without straining your index finger with the full bar. Then we move on to our A chord. Our A chord, all that is you have a muted low E string, open A string. I like to use my last three fingers, so the middle, ring, and pinky. So I notice a lot of people use their first three fingers, their index, middle, and ring. It's my preference because then I have, if I'm ever doing anything else with my index finger, it gives me space to do so, but it's just me. So, so you have a muted low E string, open A string, put your middle, ring, and pinky on the second fret of the D, G, and B string. And you have an open high E. So for those of you who need a top view, it looks like this. And you strum from the A string down. So the bottom 5 strings. So don't play the low E. If you have problems with accuracy of where to, maybe you might strike that 6th string and it might sound like this. What I do is I use my thumb to mute, just hover it lightly and you'll be muting. So even if I'm strumming like the song requires, even if I'm striking that low E sometimes, but you won't be able to hear it because I'm muting it with my thumb. So it'll sound like this. So I'm going to intentionally strike that 6th string, the low E. Now, if I'm actually accurate and I don't hit it and I get my thumb off, so you might be able to hear a slight nuance, but again, it's to a non-musician's ear, they won't hear it, trust me. Then our 4th chord is going to be a B7. So you're going to require all 4 of your fingers. So this is more, I guess, a little past beginner. So just bear with me. So you have a muted low E string. Take your middle finger and put it on the 2nd fret of the A. Take your index and put it on the 1st fret of the D. Take your ring finger and put it on the 2nd fret of the G string. Take your pinky and put it on the 2nd fret of the high E. Then you have an open B string. So might be hard to see, but I have all 4 of my fingers jumbled up in there. So you're strumming from the A string down. Now I know it's a bit complicated, but that's just the chord. And then so if you're a beginner, if you find yourself kind of like getting that buzzing sound on one of your fingers on whatever string you're pressing down, my recommendation is to just feel the sensation individually between each finger. So start with your middle, you go from the top down, start with your middle, your index, your ring, and then pinky. So press down only with your index, leave the rest of your fingers loose. So press down only with your middle finger, middle finger. Make sure that one rings correctly. Then go with your index finger, which is the next finger down, and make sure that's, see, if you're not angled correctly, you might get that, you might be muting the G string accidentally. So angle your hand up just slightly. Now I'm not muting anything. So go back to your middle and then strike the index. Okay, our first 2 fingers are good to go. Now you press down the ring finger. That one's good. Now we strike the B string to make sure your fingers aren't touching it. And then you press down on your pinky finger on with the 2nd fret. We're all good to go. So we strum it. My recommendation is to do it maybe between 5 and 10 times to strum, to make sure you can consistently press down the chord without having that that fret buzz or anything like that. So I'm focusing more on that chord because that was a tough one for me as a beginner. Then we have our final 2 chords, a B chord. So the B chord is going to be, you're going to bar. I like to bar the entire 2nd fret, but technically you have to bar from the A string down. It's just easier for me to bar all 6 of them and then not strike that low E. It's up to you. Then you take your ring finger and you do half a bar on the D, G, and B string. So if you're a beginner, my recommendation is do this half a bar first with your ring finger, and make sure all 3 strings that you're pressing down are ringing. We're good. Now we do our bar on the 2nd fret. If you do, again, you can either press down with I'm pressing down with my middle finger to get that accurate pressure, but it's up to you. If you can't do the full bar, my recommendation is just play the middle part. just play the half a bar on the D, G, and B of the 4th fret. To start off. Then after that, then you can start doing the full bar chord. Then our final chord is going to be a C sharp minor. To play that, what you're going to do, you have a muted low E string. Then you're going to take your ring and pinky and put it on the 6th fret of the D and G string. Take your middle finger and put it on the 5th fret of the B string. Excuse me. Then you take your index finger and put it on you bar the entire 4th fret, but you don't play the low E. So again, it's technically from the A string down, but I bar all 6 strings. If you can't do the full bar, then leave your middle ring and pinky where they are on the 5th and 6th frets, and all you do is put your index finger on the 4th fret of the high E, and only strike the bottom 4 strings. So start that way as a beginner, and then move your way up incrementally to doing the full bar chord. And that's literally the entire song, guys. So I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to play it really quickly so that you guys see what the song sounds like. So I'm going to start midway through the intro, then I'm going to go into, I guess you would call it chorus. So to start off, I'm going to label this a review session. So start off with your E chord. I visit these mountains with free wind sea, and I stand here with my arms up. Now we move on to the chorus. Now someday they last longer than others, but this day by the lake went too fast. And if you want me, you better speak up. I won't wait, so you better move fast. So yeah, guys, that's the tutorial for this song. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And remember, I'm showing you guys different ways to play it because I want you guys to play it your way. Yes, I'm showing you guys the accurate way to play it, but find your tips and tricks, find your own techniques, if you can, on things that work for you, that do the song justice in the process, right? So anyways, guys, I apologize for, my voice sounding a little nasally, but I'm just trying to pump out a tutorial for you guys and get back on it and be consistent with this. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I appreciate your continued support. And if you guys have any suggestions or song requests, please leave a comment down below, and I'll get to it as soon as possible. And thank you guys for watching again. So catch you guys on the next one.